Labrador. Soon, probably runs across over. Just zoom in here. I don't think I can move the answer screen. Brunswick now, which is our second Canadian province we're flying over now. Well, it's very nice outside. It's a clear view of New Brunswick below. We're still flying over Canada. We'll soon be flying over the Canadian-American border into Maine very soon. Roughly an hour and 51 minutes left into the flight, and our scheduled time arrival is 3:49. So time distance to destination is 805 miles to go. So nearly there. Right, so we're now flying over Maine. We just crossed the we just crossed the Canadian-American border. We just crossed the Canadian-American border from New Brunswick into Maine. So now officially in the United States. And we're nearly there now, so we're flying over Maine. And the weather's very lovely, it's nice and clear, a cloudless sky. At 38,000 feet. What a sight this is. What a lovely sight. What a lovely sight this is. We just started climbing up to 40,000 feet just now. We're at 38,000 feet to start with, and being requested an altitude increase to 40,000 feet. So cruising between 39,000 feet and 40,000 feet. Now that's a first when you're flying over the Atlantic on a transatlantic flight to Canada or the United States. To Canada or the United States. Just having an afternoon snack, having a pasty and a glass of water. And we've just got roughly an hour and 11 minutes left into the flight, so we're nearly there. So right now, let's come to New York State here. Just zoom in here. so far we are now in New York State, and we're just northeast of Albany, state capital of New York. State, just northeast. Just northeast of Albany, state capital of New York State. So now we have an hour. So we now have an hour and 10 minutes left into the flight. So we're nearly there now. We just crossed over the Hudson River just south of Albany and we're north of New York City. Flying over the state of New York, and over New Jersey, and then into Pennsylvania. And we've just got about an hour to go until landing at Washington Dulles. Cruising at 40,000 feet, something that I've not experienced while flying over North America before, over the United States mainly. So we're nearly there now, just about an hour left into the flight to go. We are now flying over Pennsylvania now, so we're nearly there, and we're beginning our descent again. At 24,000 feet, flying at 24,000 feet, and on the map here we're just north of Harrisburg in the state of Pennsylvania, and what marks that circle here is our destination, so we'll be turning left very soon on our approach down towards Maryland, and then into the District of Columbia for our final approach into Washington Dulles. As you can see now, we are flying over Pennsylvania at 24,000 feet as we are descending one step at a time. I'll get back to you once we're descending lower. So right now we're still flying over Pennsylvania. Still in Pennsylvania right now. Crossing from Pennsylvania into Maryland, and we're northwest of Baltimore. We are now. I'll start again. We are now crossing from Pennsylvania into Maryland now, so we're northwest of Baltimore and Annapolis, and we're nearing towards the District of Columbia and Virginia. Virginia, where Washington Dulles Airport is. And now at 12,000 feet and we're descending deeply now. I'll be landing in about 20 minutes from now. Now at 8,000 feet and we're descending even deeper now. Soon we'll be descending through the clouds as we're now flying over Maryland until we reach the District of Columbia. Washington DC, of course. Then we'll be flying into Virginia for the final approach into Washington Dulles. Descend into cloud now, here we go. It's going to be a little bumpy. Here we go. Get a little bumpy now. About 6,000 feet. Golf course we're flying over. We're at 3,800 feet and we're just about to fly over the Potomac River, which flows down to Washington DC, which is downwards from now. I can see just briefly. See over there? Downtown Washington. There's some Potomac River we're now crossing over. I hope the flags will start being deployed. For landing. Yes, it is. Now, yes, it is. It's the Interstate 495. The Interstate 495 we're flying over now. Oh, I can see downtown Washington over there. Yeah, well, there comes the clouds again, unfortunately. It's blocked my view. Actually, wait, this must be the Interstate 495 down there. There it is. That's the Interstate 495 we're just flying over, and then we're going into the cloud again. So we're now in the state of Virginia. Gear down, flap 20. Gear down, flap 20. What I need to do once I've done this, when I get to the hotel, is check which runway we landed on so I can add it to my video when I come home. Yeah, because I'm familiar with the runways at New York John F. Kennedy already, so I just want to get familiar with this one. So we're now in Virginia. Nice weather today. Into Washington Dulles. That must be the air traffic control tower over there. Perfect. There's the air traffic control tower, just up ahead. Way. Welcome to Washington Dulles. It's one of United Airlines' main hubs.
Everyone, welcome to Washington, where the local time here is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Please do remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. When it's safe to do so, please do take care when opening overhead lockers, as items may have moved and could fall out and cause injury. You may now make or receive calls.
So they're building a new concourse
on your handheld electronic devices.
To build capacity.
Before you leave us today, please do check you have all your personal belongings with you, including anything you may have placed in the seat area during the flight. If you do require any assistance here at the airport, then please do speak to our ground colleagues who will be happy to help. For those customers who order special assistance that leave the aircraft today, please do remain seated until the aisle around you is clear and our crew will be on hand to assist. So on behalf of all of us on board Airways, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with us today and look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you and a very good afternoon to you all.
Manual and cross-check.
Guess this one's bound for Bogota, El Dorado. This flight's on my left. It's an Avianca Airbus A320. Right, here we are.
Festival next week.
Oh no.
Ah, my brother signed up for it, that's how I knew what it was.
False valor.
Thank you, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh yes, yes. Here we go. Hold down.
Is our airplane we've just been on from London Heathrow? Golf Victor India India Echo.